welcome back to Minted Million Coins. Today I'm walking you through the exact coins you need to search for right now. And collectors are paying thousands for. It might be sitting in your wallet right now. What if I told you this coin is worth more than gold? Stay tuned because by the end of this video you'll never look at change the same way again. Let's get into it. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Minted Million Coins and press the bell icon so you never miss our freshly updated rare coin discoveries. Imagine finding a 1776-1976 Bicentennial Dollar sitting quietly in an old coin collection, a drawer, a jar, or even a box of coins that nobody has touched for decades. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary old dollar. But there is something special about this coin that makes millions of collectors stop and take a second look. And today, I have 3 Bicentennial Dollars dated 1776-1976 to examine. The big question is simple: could one of these 3 coins have something unusual hiding in plain sight? The 1776-1976 Bicentennial Dollar was created to celebrate one of the most important milestones in American history, the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. That is why this coin carries 2 dates instead of 1, 1776 and 1976. Those dates represent the beginning of the United States and the 200-year anniversary being celebrated. Now look closely at the design. On the front you have the familiar portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower. But turn the coin over, and the story changes completely. The reverse features the Liberty Bell and the moon together, surrounded by the inscription United States of America and the denomination $1. It is an unusual design, and that combination of American history, space exploration and the bicentennial celebration gives this coin a character unlike many ordinary dollars. But here's where things get interesting. Not every 1776-1976 Bicentennial Dollar is rare. Millions were produced. So if someone tells you that every Bicentennial Dollar is automatically worth thousands of dollars, be careful. The real excitement comes from identifying the specific version you have, its condition, its composition, and whether it contains an unusual minting error or variety. And that's exactly what we're going to investigate with these 3 coins. Let's call the first one coin number 1. Before thinking about value, don't clean it. This is extremely important. A coin that looks dirty or dull can be tempting to polish, but cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and potentially reduce collector appeal. Instead, examine it exactly as you found it. Start with the date. You should see 1776-1976. That's the unmistakable bicentennial date. But don't stop there. Look for a small mint mark. Depending on the coin, you may find a D, an S, or no mint mark. That tiny letter can tell you where the coin was produced and can help determine exactly which issue you have. Now move to the reverse. Look carefully at the Liberty Bell. Check the letter. Examine the moon. Look around the stars and the edges of the design. You're not necessarily looking for something dramatic. Sometimes the most interesting clues are incredibly small. Now let's move to coin number 2. At first glance, coin number 2 may look almost identical to coin number 1. And that's exactly why comparing multiple examples is so useful. Put them side by side. Look at their surfaces under good lighting. Which one has stronger details? Which one has fewer scratches? Which one has cleaner fields around Eisenhower's portrait? Condition can make a major difference in the collector market. A circulated coin may show contact marks, scratches, wear, and dull surfaces from decades of handling. A high-grade example can preserve much sharper details and stronger original surfaces. If a coin has been protected since the 1970s and has remained in exceptional condition, it deserves much closer attention. And now we're at coin number 3. This is where I want you to slow down. Don't immediately assume that the most beautiful coin is automatically the most valuable. A coin's story can be hidden in details that aren't obvious at first glance. Look at the edge. Look at the mint mark. Look at the lettering. Look for unusual doubling, missing details, unusual shapes, or other characteristics that appear genuinely different from normal examples. But remember, not every scratch, dent, discoloration, or strange-looking mark is a valuable mint error. Damage that happens after a coin leaves the mint is very common. So if you see something unusual, compare it with a normal example before getting excited. And there's another major question. What exactly is your bicentennial dollar made from? The 1776-1976 Eisenhower bicentennial dollars were issued in different versions, including copper nickel-clad coins and special collector versions containing silver. That difference matters. A coin that looks similar to another coin can have a very different composition and collector appeal. This is why the mint mark, weight, and proper identification matter so much. So we now have 3 bicentennial dollars, 3 potential stories, and several clues to investigate. But we're only halfway through. We're going to take a closer look at what can make one of these coins more interesting to collectors, including condition, silver versions, mint marks, varieties, and genuine mint errors. And one of these 3 coins could become the most interesting coin in today's search. So don't go anywhere. By now you know that simply seeing the date 1776-1976 does not automatically make a coin rare. The real question is, what version do you have and what condition is it in? Let's start again with coin number 1. Take a close look at the mint mark. On these bicentennial dollars, the mint mark can help separate different issues. A D indicates Denver, while an S indicates San Francisco. Some examples may have no mint mark because they were struck at Philadelphia. Now here's something important. Some bicentennial dollars were made for circulation, while others were produced specifically for collectors. There were also silver-clad collector versions. That means 2 coins with the same 1776-1976 date can have completely different characteristics. If you suspect that one of your coins is silver, don't rely only on its color or appearance. Proper identification should be based on reliable information and, when necessary, professional testing. Now look at coin number 2. This is where condition becomes extremely important. Imagine 2 identical bicentennial dollars. One has spent decades circulating through pockets, cash registers, and drawers. Its high points are worn, its fields have scratches, and its original surfaces are heavily disturbed. The other coin was carefully preserved. The details are sharp, the surfaces are clean, and the coin has strong eye appeal. Even though both coins carry the same dates and basic design, collectors may view them very differently. This is why you should never judge a coin's potential value only by its age. A coin being almost 50 years old does not automatically make it rare. What matters is scarcity, demand, condition, composition, variety, and authenticity. Now let's examine coin number 3. This is the moment where we look for something every collector hopes to discover: a genuine minting error. Errors can happen when something goes wrong during the manufacturing process. Depending on the type and severity, certain genuine errors can be desirable to collectors. But there's a major warning here. A damaged coin is not necessarily an error coin. A scratch across the surface, a dent on the edge, discoloration, corrosion, or damage caused by machines after the coin left the mint does not automatically make it valuable. Real error identification requires careful comparison and knowledge. So if one of your 3 bicentennial dollars has something unusual, photograph it clearly. Take pictures of the front, back, edge, and the unusual area. Compare it with normal examples. If the feature still appears unusual, consider having it examined by a reputable numismatist or professional grading service. Now let's talk about the design one more time because there is a fascinating story behind it. The bicentennial reverse combines the Liberty Bell with the moon. The Liberty Bell represents America's historical struggle for independence, while the moon reflects the country's achievements in space exploration. Bringing these 2 symbols together on one coin created a powerful visual connection between America's past and its future. And that's what makes these dollars so interesting. You're not just holding an old dollar. You're holding a piece of America's bicentennial celebration. Millions of these coins were made, but every individual coin has its own journey. One might have been saved by a family in 1976. Another might have circulated for decades. Another might have been placed into a collection and barely touched. And now, one of those coins may be sitting in your hands. So let's compare our three examples. Coin number 1. Check the mint mark, surfaces, details, and overall condition. Coin number 2. Compare its appearance against coin number 1. Is it more sharply struck? Does it have better surfaces? Does it appear to be a special collector issue? And coin number 3. Inspect it carefully for anything unusual, but don't confuse ordinary damage with a genuine mint error. The most important lesson is this: don't spend a potentially interesting coin before you know exactly what you have. If you find a 1976 Bicentennial Dollar, take a few minutes to identify the mint mark, determine the type, inspect the condition, and compare it with reliable references. And if you believe you've discovered a rare variety, silver issue, or genuine mint error, professional authentication can be worth considering before making any selling decision. So, could one of these three Bicentennial dollars be worth significantly more than its face value? Possibly, but the answer depends on the exact coin. And that's what makes coin hunting so exciting. You don't need a treasure chest to begin searching for something interesting. Sometimes the hunt starts with a single dollar sitting in an old box. So check your drawers. Check your old collections. Check those inherited coin jars. And if you find a 1976 Bicentennial Dollar, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Because sometimes, the smallest detail can completely change the story of a coin. If you enjoyed this Bicentennial Dollar hunt, make sure you subscribe to Minted Million Coins, turn on notifications, and stay with us for more fascinating American coin discoveries. And remember, before you spend an old coin, check it carefully. You never know what history or what unusual detail you might be holding.